Alright guys, we're gonna try this crap again. Let's split my window up so I can make sure everything's working. Alright, we've got 0 drop frames. Okay, so let's give this a shot. We're gonna start a brand new game. We'll go in normal mode. I don't do that often. I did it the last time and figured, you know, let's give it another shot here. So, not sure if I have a broken wire on my network or what, but it's looking like the stream's running great on a single PC and not running at all on a double. I need to bring up my head. There we go. So I've got a 1080 running at almost 2100 megahertz. I thought that was pretty cool. I boosted it up today just to see how things went. So my goal with this particular game, the playthrough, is just show you what you need to do to get yourself an easy start in No Man's Sky. First off, normal mode is where you want to start. If you start on permadeath or survival and never played the game before, you're not going to like yourself. So it looks like we have a radioactive planet here. Now, when it first starts off, you can't do anything. So what you want to do is look for any kind of plant life, those boxes up there, the condensed carbon. You want to look for caves, because caves will save your butt when the storm starts. There's an oxygen plant. Now right now it's just like you're just waking up and your suit's telling you what's working or not working. Alright, now we have control. We can wiggle things around. I want to turn right around, shoot that plant, get that oxygen. Just because. And we're going to need that condensed carbon. Okay. And normally, the first thing I would do is start shooting rocks and regular carbon. But since these are laying here, these are free goodies. We'll take them. I got some hydrogen jelly. I wish these things weren't delayed. We got some condensed carbon. Alright, so these are ferrite dust. First thing you're going to need is 75 ferrite dust and I believe about 40 carbon. Because you need to fix a couple of things that are not working by default. So it's telling me to activate the scanner with C. Once I do that, it'll tell me critically damaged. You see, I've already got 58 of the 75 ferrite dust I need. So we'll grab a little more. Now I've got enough to fix it. I'm going to grab just a hair more than that, and I want that carbon. Alright, so we're going to need one of these carbon nanotubes because we want our analysis visor. Okay, then with the ferrite dust, you click on that, and then you just click the ferrite dust icon there. That's repaired. Okay, so now it'll tell you to scan. You look for sodium. Oh, there's some right beside us. That's cool. We'll take that sodium and put it in there. That'll buy you a few minutes. There's some more right up on top. Don't jump straight up. Alright, so I'll put that little bit in there. There's a bunch right over there, it looks like. It's telling us it found our starship. It's over that way. It's not far. Okay, with those carbon nanotubes, you want to click E in here and then put your analysis visor. That lets you scan plants and animals. You make money doing that. Where was that sodium that I saw? Dang it. It wasn't far. Oh, it's down there. And my ship's back there. So I guess we'll go back this way. Now there's some oxygen. We'll need that. Alright. So we're just blowing this stuff away on our way to our ship. Constantly looking around for more sodium. Of course, you can always hit that C button. I thought I seen some out of the corner of my eye, but I thought wrong. So we're going to need carbon and we're going to need ferrite dust. And that oxygen plant that just blew up, there it is. Well, we want that carbon anyways. Now you can run up to those oxygen plants and grab oxygen off of them in between explosions. I don't really do that much. We want the hydrogen jelly. We ran ourselves out. Just go into your menu and recharge. Alright, well, I'm still seeing 0 drop frames. Feel free to jump into the chat and say hello. I'm looking to see what we've got going on in there. It's showing an excellent connection, but it's not reading any stats at all. Alright, so that's an odd place for a rock to be sitting. Wow, I'm shooting all these things that are not ferrite dust. We're going to need more. Those must just be there for looks. Alright, when you get to your ship, you notice that the hazard protection down there just above the heart with the squiggly line, it's almost empty. So we're going to jump in the ship and you'll see that automatically recharges, but it won't do anything until we go through here. So it's just going through and hooking up your exosuit, and then you'll connect the exosuit or read the log. It does the same exact thing either one you push. And it'll just go through and click, tell it to repair the ship, self-guided repair protocols, and it starts telling you what's broken. The pulse engine, you need a metal plate and a hermetic seal. And they should have came up with launch thrusters as well. Now you see the gold line is just charging up down there on the left bottom side. That's what we want to see. Okay, so let's see if we picked up enough. Oh yeah, we can make our metal plate. So now we can fix our half of our engine.
Component repaired.
All right. Now we can't fix the other part of it. Launch thruster critically damaged. Press E to exit ship. All right. So you can't do anything else until you press E. What I'm gonna do right now, you can do this before you work on the ship. Need to do this before you get back in the ship, that's for sure. You can either click leave or broadcast, it doesn't matter. Alright, so now next time we jump in that ship, it's going to tell us about the Hermetic Seal and how to fix that. Now we picked up a launch fuel. All these are free goodies. You cannot get the barrel until you build that Atlas Pass V1.
Radiation protection falling.
Point your cursor at these things. Let's see that little dot. Click the E and hold it, and it'll open them up. I just hold the center mouse button down and delete whatever's in there. I think I'm gonna have to open up a page and see if my YouTube feed's actually working. But before I do that, there's some free sodium and oxygen. These little guys are found in caves or around them, as you can see. You gotta watch your phase pistol. You've got an indicator up on the top right. When that thing gets to the end, it's all red, and it will overheat, so you have to let your finger off of it, or if you keep going till it overheats, it'll stop for you. We can't shoot the pure there, right? Alright, so we got a few of those. That's not bad. A little bit of oxygen, a little bit of sodium. We're going to jump back in the ship. Go ahead and get that oxygen first. Alright. Now this thing's going to tell us about the Hermetic Seal. Request assistance. This is why you want to go to that ball first, because if you haven't been to the ball, I don't think that it'll show you that Hermetic Seal until you get in and out of the ship again. So now we go to the distress beacon, collect the chart. Just hold your left mouse button down until the circle completes. Now we've got a chart. Just hold your mouse over that, hit the E button, whoosh, and keep your eyes peeled. You never know what you're going to see. I don't see anything else. Looks like there might have been some kind of a building dead ahead of my ship. Alright, so we can run over there. But what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to jump over to my other screen. So this sure looks like it's running. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm in YouTube Studio, but I'm going to go to my YouTube page. I just want to make sure what I'm going to do real quick. Alright. Well, it is running. Alright. So, that's cool. That's what I wanted to make sure of. I don't understand why it's not showing anything. It's got the time going. It says the connection's excellent. Yeah. If I could type. All right. Throwing in a text up there for the chat box. Let's see how that works. Now, you see sodium right in front of the ship. We need sodium before we take off on an adventure. You always start off on a planet that has some kind of hazard. So you want to collect hazard protection. One way to do that is by running into these caves and shooting the oxygen and sodium and all that. These little clusters. You can't get too close because they'll kill you. They shoot out a poison mist. Alright, that was the last of those ones. Okay, now that's the reason why if you have a cave, get your butt into it. Ferrite dust here, we need more. I'm going to show you a little trick that'll make your life simpler. Collect ferrite dust, cobalt, and carbon. Then when we get outside, we'll collect the hydrogen. What if that little plant's carbon? Nope. So you notice it's all hazy out there. Well, that's all good. Can't see what all's going on out there. But it's storming. If you was out there, you'd be out in this mess. You see how fast the hazard protection's starting to drop down there. So while you're inside of the cave, you're protected. So we can shoot cobalt. We're going to make more hazard protection with the cobalt and the ferrite dust. It's real simple. We don't need the geode. So just hold your mouse over it and then hold down E and it'll turn that back into your other metals. And when you have ferrite dust and cobalt, you can make batteries if I get my brain going. The batteries will charge your hazardous protection. So we're going to build some batteries. That way we don't have to keep looking for sodium plants. A little bit goes a long ways. I've got a lot more than I thought I was going to get. Alright, so I've got a little bit of carbon. I'm going to go ahead and get more cobalt because of the storm going on. Then we'll get on our way. That's not showing me my watch time or if anybody's there. It's all on zeros, and I'm thinking that's because I was streaming to my other PC and then broadcasting, and I didn't open up a new YouTube studio page. Okay, we don't need that. Let's charge our multi-tool. I always try to use the condensed carbon first. A little bit goes a long ways. Oh, there's top ones are cobalt too. That one's not. I guess just the light colored ones, the ones with the black on them, they're nothing. Alright. Let's get a few more. Oh, I've got quite a bit actually. Alright, we're getting ready to get out of here. I thought that was some regular ferrite there. Alright, so, storm's over. Let's get on our way. That's ferrite dust. Us to go this way, so that way we will go. You can't shoot the
Radiation protection. Falling.
advanced or condensed metals like the pure ferrite. Maybe head this way if I can get myself going in a straight line. That'd be cool. The more you use your jetpack, the quicker you're going to go through your oxygen. That's important to know, because oxygen's not always as easy to find as it's being on this planet. So you always get a storm when you're leaving your ship heading to get the Hermetic Seal. Always look around. If you have your analysis visor working, you can take a scan, look for other buildings and such. This almost always is going to take you to a shelter. Shelter will protect you from the elements if you're running off because you couldn't find a cave. But it'll also have a thing on the wall that you collect your Hermetic Seal from. Alright, so it's showing me to go into that one. I'm just going here to see what might be in here. Alright, so we'll get us a navigation data. That'll be important later. And always stop at these guys, because it'll give you nanites. Nanites will use for buying upgrades to both your ship and your phase gun, your mining beam, and your exosuit. You can see I've got a S-Class life support module. That's pretty awesome. That module would cost over 500 nanites, so that's like hitting the jackpot. We don't need these geodes, so we're going to go ahead and turn those into cobalt. Don't need the marrow bulb because you can see it's only worth 41 units each. So we'll just delete that, get it out of our way. Now I'm going to move my sodium and put this right here by the life support, and you'll see they'll get a frame around them. Actually, I'm going to move the life support down here. Alright, now just hold your mouse over that, press E to install it. You see they've got that light blue color frame. That means you're getting a bonus because your upgrade module is beside whatever it's for, which is awesome. Alright, so now let's do this first. Don't never do that one first, you'll lose out. Alright, so you just click through here. You just have to keep clicking your left mouse button. Tell it to recover supplies. Get you a Hermetic Seal. Alright. So, now we want to get up here to this, see if it'll give us anything. It gave us nothing because we don't even know what species we're dealing with here yet. Alright, so our spaceship is back that way. I'm going to take a quick look around. There's an animal. You can scan things once you have your analysis visor. That's $1,000 right there. Alright. We can scan that blue plant. Maybe. Might be just a hair too far from it.
Radiation protection.
There we go. Alright, so I got $500 for that plant. And we'll get $500 for that plant. Now on the rocks, the minerals, you're only going to get 200. But as you can see, some of them have extra elements. So it's ferrite dust and carbon, and ferrite dust and uranium. So that's a win-win. You shoot that, the uranium you can use for launch fuel for your ship, and of course ferrite dust you're going to need for all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and scan that plant. Get my $500. Now, when I give you something like Mordite, it's not important right now. Just scan all the plants you can. They pay better. And as you get scanner upgrade modules, they pay even a lot more. I mean, tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands. Alright, so we could go in that cave and collect some more goodies, but we're going to get back to the ship. I've got what I need. Now, you can collect these things. You got to be careful. If you're in permadeath, you got to be exceptionally careful. They'll give your exosuit a boost for your jetpack. But you have to be careful because they like to shoot you straight up in the air. And then you come down hard. So until you get some shields built up, take it easy on those. You run off a cliff or into a what am I trying to say? Into a rock or tree or something, you can die, and then your game's over. Alright, we got nanites out of it that time. So that's the best way to use these, is just a quick jump until you get more build up. Need a lot more carbon. We're going to need the hydrogen as well. Alright, so it just overheated. I heard that guy. I see you can wait for them to explode. We'll wait for it to explode. It's not exploding very good, is it? Run up to it. Snag that. You see, it exploded more because I was close to it. So I just got 69 oxygen from it, and now I can blow it up and get more. Of course, we haven't scanned this guy yet, so we'll take our 500 bucks. Alright, now where's my ship? Right down the hill. There's some more dehydrogen jelly. And I'll show you why we're getting this here in just a minute. It's very important because you may not find everything you need to survive, like the little yellow plants and the red plants. However, you can collect other things that are almost always in abundance. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these. There's always 4 around your ship. If you stand on top of one of them, it's gonna mess with you big time. So you gotta kind of back off. And there's another one. Oxygen's kind of important. Alright, now these little guys, if you're on a lucky planet, they're very abundant. You can see there's 2 more over there. So when you're ready to start making some money, collect those. You'll see your inventory. It's worth 10,640 units each. They've actually gone up. They used to be worth a lot less. It was 9,200 or something like that. Alright, so I am seeing literally nothing on my stream information. That's really a bummer. It's showing everything's running good. Okay, I'm gonna have to open up another window. Maybe on my other computer. Let me get that thing turned back on. Alright, so that's what we'll do. Alright, so now that you're back to your ship, you can put in that Hermetic Seal, because that's what it wants you to do. So go ahead and do it. And then it's going to tell you about the launch thruster. You need dehydrogen jelly and pure ferrite. Well, we've been shooting some dehydrogen. I don't know if I've got enough yet. Hit your tab button. That'll get you into your menu here. It'll show you can make dehydrogen jelly. So we'll make that. We'll go ahead and put that in. And then we'll just exit out of the menu by right-clicking on it. And it says, repair launch thruster, you need pure ferrite. You need 50 of them. You don't have ferrite, but what you do have is the ability to craft a portable refiner. So hit Z. That brings up your build menu. And if you have the ingredients you need, you can put it down. Missing components. So, I'll get this thing out of my way. We can see what we need. I need a metal plate. So we just go in, inventory, make another metal plate, hit Z again, and now it's green. So when it's green, you can set it down and build. Go ahead and click E. You have to give it some fuel. Always put regular carbon in it. Don't put the condensed carbon in it. You put less condensed carbon, but when you empty it all out, it gives you back regular carbon, so no sense in wasting the good stuff. Now we want to put some ferrite dust in there, and we want to make 50. So I'm going to turn this down, and it'll automatically stop at 50. Unless I go too far. Okay, so now we can push begin, and you don't have to babysit it. So if you need 150 or 250 for whatever you're doing, you can set that number, and you just click it, put it in your exosuit, take back your ferrite dust, and then you just hit your center mouse button while looking at it, and it puts it right back in your pocket. Jump back in your ship, or you can do this from outside, but we're on a toxic planet, so while we're in the ship, it's charging up our hazard protection. So now we'll go ahead and click on that again, put the pure ferrite in. Now the launch system's online. Now, use W to take off, but before I do that, I'm going to jump back out of the ship. And I'm going to go collect those other two little balls, because those albumin pearls, or however they say it, are worth 10 grand a piece now. I will take that easy money. Alright, now if you've installed your scanner yet, you can press the F button, and you'll see how it shows up, humming sacks. Just press your E, it highlights it, you can run right in there. There might be one, there might be a dozen, but you see what's there, those poison sacks. So just back off and shoot those first, otherwise you will die. Or at least come very close to it. I'm convinced that my YouTube studio is not working at the moment. So, let's get this last one. Doesn't help when a plant's in your way so you can't see. Alright, now I can gather these real quick. Alright, so that's 6 of them, I do believe. Yeah. So that's 53,000 plus another 10,000, so you see how quickly it adds up. You're going to need $1 million or more to buy a decent ship to replace the puddle jumper they give you to start with. Now, if you don't look directly at these things, they usually don't explode, start hissing. I'm just going to grab this one more batch. Oh, they're all around me. Okay. So yeah. See, I got too close to one of those. There we go. Alright, so now my hazard protection's going right back up. I didn't know how many of them there was going to be. You'll hold it once to open it up and another time to get the pearl out. Now, it used to be you'd have to have hazmat gloves to get these because of that green gas that you see pumping out of them. I'm going to go ahead and back off. Alright, so I don't know, is there more? There is. Well, we can't get the pure ferrite. There it is. Alright, so now that'll clear that off my screen. I can get out of here, get back to the ship, and take off. Doing something like that's just completely optional, but you're going to want the money. That's a real quick, easy way to get money on a hazardous planet. You're inside. The other way, shoot these things, and you'll get platinum, gold, silver, but mostly cobalt. And cobalt adds up pretty nicely, but you also use it for a life-saving material. Unless you overheat your gun and can't get no more. Ah, come on now. Okay, so all those are pure ferrite. So, I was going to tell you how those help you out. So, you don't need the marrow bulb, it's worthless. So, just click on that. You'll see we can make batteries. It takes 10 cobalt and 5 ferrite dust. Okay, so the life support gel uses 20 carbons and 1 dihydrogen jelly. So you need a bunch of dihydrogen because to make the jelly, it takes 40 dihydrogen. So now you can make an oxygen tank. Well, it's called life support gel now. It used to be oxygen. Just go ahead and click on that, move your mouse over it, hit E, and there you go. Now you can use that instead of your oxygen up here, which I've got plenty of oxygen. So we'll just get that down out of the way. Let's head back to the ship, get up into space. Seemed like things were shaking. All right. I'm just gonna open up a browser on my laptop real quick. I see, oh, it's starting to show somebody's on there now, so let's get over to YouTube, see what's going on. So I can't see my chat. Hey, Gen X, there you are. Okay. Let me kill that volume on my laptop. Yeah, the YouTube Studio was sitting down at 0. I couldn't see anybody in the game, and nobody was chatting, so I didn't know if things were working or not. So I was pulling it up on my laptop just to make sure. Sure enough, it's there. So I'm gonna kill that laptop screen because I don't need another feed running through the internet right now. Yeah, I figured I had to completely redo my main computer. Not sure what the updates did to me. I couldn't stream anything. I couldn't even play games. I start recording them and it would crash the game. It would just freeze up. So I tweaked my graphics card. I tweaked the CPU. I've got a 7700K and a 1080 GTX, and I've got that sucker pumping out. Let's well, it's not gonna show me. There we go. It's running at 2012 megahertz right now, and my CPU is just down at 40% utilization. Alright, so, yeah, I had to start a new game because I didn't save all my saves. I just got the 2 that were in the cloud. I've been able to play PubG again, and so I figured I'd try streaming on here. Something's still going on between the laptop and the desktop, and I'm not able to run a 2 PC stream at the moment, which is really kind of frustrating. But this is all running off my 1080, so said nothing but excellent connection the whole time. Oh, that's cool. You don't find the S-Class multi-tools at the space station right off the bat very often. I'm getting ready to run my test here, so we need to test the boost with the Shift L, left shift. Alright, press that to test the pulse engine, S to stop. There we go. Now we got to get our message. Yeah, I had to completely redo everything. It's okay. I'm just saving up. I'm getting ready to buy me a new 3080 system soon. Well, by the end of the year. I actually have a job now. I started on the 3rd, so it's an awesome freaking job. Might as well answer this so that it stops making that dang noise. Pay's awesome, benefits are awesome. Get to work from home, and yeah, I couldn't ask for much more. So I'm just going to click through this stuff. We'll get all this, get some coordinates to head to.
Alert. Navigation data received.
I do believe the only thing that's going wrong with my stream, and it's acting like it's working now, the YouTube studio. I mean, the chat's showing up, you're showed up as being in there. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't run it between the two. So if I'm thinking I may have changed some internet wires, I might change them back. That's the only thing that makes sense, is something between my network switch is messed up, because I've got them all routed together. So it's beyond me. Alright, I'm going to look for the space station. Of course, it's not going to show up on my screen. I was facing some vapor trails. I was going to follow them back. Everything looks to be, I don't know, they're crisscrossing everywhere. I can see it from the planet. Well, that's not nice. It's not going to show me where it's at. It appears that it should be right in there, but... Wait! It's over that way. Let's go see what's at the space station. Let's get to the other side of the planet. Yeah, the way I was facing it wasn't even showing up in my head. There it is. So I can see it from down on the planet. So I just built a new computer. Still using your 1070 Ti. Hey, believe me, I know the feeling. It's gonna cost me about $3,600 unless the prices keep coming down between now and then. Not sure exactly if I can do this without running into it. Yeah, I can. Alright, that sped it up. But I need to get several paychecks under my belt. I mean, I've been unemployed since January. Finally getting a job. It's a good thing.